Hi readers, so today for your reading assignment, you are going to go back and you're going to reread the story, The Shoemaker and the Elves. And then you're going to complete this worksheet. Find text evidence, identify the central message. So the central message is just another way of saying the main idea. What is the story trying to teach us, okay? So let's go back and read our first question. What can you tell about the elves by what they do for the shoemaker? Clue. Reread page 11. So I'm going to go back to my reading and I'm going to turn to page 11 and I'm going to go back and reread that page. So let's go back and reread. And remember, we're trying to figure out what can we tell about the elves as characters for what they do for the shoemaker. So let's go back and reread these two pages.
One night, the shoemaker said to his wife, "We must find out who is making the shoes." So after supper, they hid in a cupboard in the back of the store and watched. Just as the clock struck 12, two tiny elves danced into the room. They hopped up on the bench and began to work. As they worked, they sang.
"We sleep by day, at night we sew. In and out our needles go. Stitch, stitch, stitching, small and neat. Lovely shoes for lucky feet."
Okay, so we know that the shoemaker and his wife are trying to figure out, who is it that are making those shoes for us? Okay, so the shoemaker and his wife, they're hiding in the cupboard and they're trying to figure out what happened. And they saw the two elves, and we see that they're working on our illustration here. We can see that they're making the shoes and they start singing. So what can we tell about the elves by what they do for the shoemaker? So what do the elves do? They're the ones who actually make the shoes for the shoemaker. So you're going to write over here, I can tell the elves are making the shoes for the shoemaker and his wife. Okay? And you can also even add more detail by explaining through their song what they do. They sleep in the day and at night they sew. Okay, so that's how you use text evidence to help you answer these types of questions. Does it exactly say right here that the elves are the ones who are making the shoes? No, the picture shows us that they're making the shoes, and as we read, we see that they're beginning to work. So we put those two pieces of evidence together. We know that they're working, and we see here in the picture that they're working on making shoes. And then the song that they're singing is also another way that they're explaining what they're doing. We sew at night, stitch, stitch, stitching small and neat, lovely shoes for lucky feet. Okay, readers? So that is how you're going to complete today's assignment. For numbers 2 and 3, I've also included clues for you to help you figure out what pages to go back and reread. All right, so good luck today as you're practicing your text evidence skills in reading.